come from Vibeto Orthodontics. Vibeto Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibetoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance? If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden french fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Herb Parker Stadium on the campus of Minot State University. It's Class 11B playoff football. First round game here tonight as the Bishop Ryan Lions will play host to the Hazen Bison, with the winner moving on to the quarterfinals next week, and they will play. The winner of this will play the Velva Garrison Aggies, who won this afternoon in their opening round game over Beulah 12-0. We'll talk about other scores from across the state when we get a chance here, but this pits the 8-1 Minot Ryan Lions against the Hazen Bison, who come in with a 5-4 record. Hazen, the number 4 seed from the Southwest region, or Region 4. Bishop Ryan, the top seed. Bishop Ryan losing their very first game of the year to Dickinson Trinity, but then reeled off 8 straight victories to win the Region 3 title. Hazen, they are coming off a 42-0 win in their final game to clinch a playoff berth. The only common opponent in this ball game for these two teams is Dickinson Trinity. Again, Ryan lost the opener to them 18-12. Then Dickinson beat them Hazen beat Trinity about 3 weeks ago, 40-13. Corey McIver joins me for tonight's broadcast. I don't think you can put a lot of stock. It was Bishop Ryan's first game. I don't think you put a lot of stock in that because both these teams are different teams than they were back in August and September.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You're looking at two teams when they start the season. Bishop Ryan with Dickinson Trinity, first game of the season, non-region game you look at it that way. Nice little tune-up. Still, those two teams, they play each other, seems like every year, and it always seems to be a one-score ball game between Ryan and Dickinson Trinity. Nice to have a common opponent between the two, between Hazen and Ryan today. Like you said, Hazen playing them about 3 weeks ago, different ball club, but at least it gives you an idea of what you could possibly expect for tonight's ball game going into today.
Corey, when you look at team stats, Ryan rushes for about 109 yards per game. They pass for 165 for a total of about 275. While Hazen on the offensive end, they run the ball much better than they throw it. 218 on the ground, 153 in the passing area, and for total yards 371. So they got about 100 yards average better than Bishop Ryan, and they do have their quarterback, very talented kid. He can run. He leads the team in rushing, and he's also throwing for 12 touchdowns this year, including 1,231 yards. So Aaron Junkers is going to be a guy that they're going to have to kind of key on.
Yeah, defensively, I mean, you're looking at their Hazen's quarterback. He's a dual threat. He can run the ball well. He can clearly he throws the ball well with 12 touchdowns, but he also has 12 rushing touchdowns. So he's a threat on the ground as well as thrown in the air. And when you play a football in North Dakota in late October, when the weather conditions are not ideal, we look out. We got the flags blowing straight east. So the wind might possibly be a factor. It's a little cooler evening. The team that probably can maintain and establish the ground game early on probably will have a clear-cut favorite probably to win this ball game.
Well, for Bishop Ryan, their main runners are Caden Dufresne at 305 yards and 5 touchdowns, Zach Hendrickson at 294 and 5 touchdowns, and their freshman quarterback, Jet Lundeen, with 7 touchdowns on 233 yards. The big guy you got to look at is Zach Hendrickson.
Yep.
He's going to play some running back. You'll see him in multiple positions tonight. He'll run the ball. He also has 41 catches for almost 700 yards and 7 touchdowns. Hazen's going to have to know where he's on the field.
Yeah, he's Mr. Versatile when it comes to Minot Ryan. I know coaching South Prairie, playing, being in the same region as Ryan. That was Hendrickson was kind of the guy that we. During the week of practice, we kind of made sure that we stressed at our guys where he was at on the field, and that's probably no exception to anybody else that's played Ryan this year. You got to know where Hendrickson is at, and Lundeen has matured himself throughout the season. Yes, he's a freshman, but he's kind of playing a little higher up grade wise and intelligence wise now toward the end of the season in the playoffs. So expect him, being a freshman, he's probably going to make some mistakes early on, first playoff game in his career. See what kind of pressure Hazen can put on him to start the ball game. But I think Hazen is going to really want to know where Hendrickson's at all times.
Biggs, one more question, Corey, with Jet Lundeen. I know he's a freshman, but he's got 9 games under his belt as a starting quarterback. How important is the first part of this game? Maybe Roger Coleman gets him into a situation where he can have some success early throwing the ball and just get settled in.
Yeah, I think you look at both teams. I think they want to get themselves off to a good start to start the ball game. On Ryan's side, especially with having a freshman quarterback, you want to get him have some early success early on in the game, so he doesn't feel like he has to do too much and play behind the 8 ball, kind of, so to speak, and ultimately probably making some mistakes. If you're Hazen, you kind of want him to kind of think a little bit more before before throwing the ball. Force him to either check off to somebody other than Hendrickson if he's trying to get the ball to him. But also, try to get in his head a little bit, fluster him a little bit. Maybe they, Hazen, who knows? This week in practice, they got some maybe new wrinkles on defense that maybe Ryan hasn't seen on film yet. Expect to see some on both sides of the ball, or both sides of the sidelines here on both teams. Expect to see maybe something's a little different that neither team has probably seen on film yet.
All right, the Lions being introduced. They'll get the ball first here. Hazen won the toss, deferred to the second half, so Ryan will get the ball, and they will be with the wind in this first half of play here. The Hazen Bison and the Bishop Ryan Lions, the winner of this ball game, will move on to the semifinal or to the quarterfinals next week. If Ryan wins, the game will be played right here at Herb Parker Stadium against Velva Garrison. If Hazen would win, Hazen would travel to Velva next week for that quarterfinal game. Big win for Larry Sandy and Belleville Garrison knocking off the team that was number one in the polls all year up until the last week in Beulah, 12-0.
Yeah, I think a huge win for Velva, and credit to this region. I know Velva's has a one heck of a program, and they play well, and Larry Sandy's got he's been there forever, and he's established a good program. Guys love playing for him. It's just a credit to him and his program.
All right, the national anthem is next. The opening kickoff is just around the corner. We'll take a break here on the PSP network. It's playoff football from Herb Parker Stadium. Back right after this.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
Back here at Herb Parker Stadium, the kickoff is just underway. As I mentioned before we went to break, the Lions will get the ball first, and they will be moving from east to west, so they'll have benefit of what is right now being tallied at 15 miles per hour, 16 miles per hour out of the east. Temperature, game time temperature is 49 degrees, but it feels with the wind like 43 still. Just a perfect night for football in late October in North Dakota, Corey.
Yeah, you can't, you really couldn't ask for a better day. I was out here earlier this morning for the Minot State game and working that game, and it was lovely conditions for that game as well. And I know Ryan is probably excited to be out here tonight playing the game. And like you said, a perfect. You couldn't ask for a better night for a football game. Late October in North Dakota, the elements are always a factor. And other than the wind, I think this is probably a perfect night for some football.
All right, here is the opening kickoff from Hazen. It's a squib kick. It'll be picked up, it's going to be roll around at about the 20, and now it's going to get out of bounds. The return man back there for Logan Wentz thought 3 or 4 times about picking up, and then just, threw the dice and hoped they went out of bounds.
Yeah,
so they'll get the ball up at 35.
Yeah, that was, it just kind of rolled there on the sideline, and you always kind of take that gamble that it's going to roll out of bounds, and it did kind of hit the line there a little bit and cause for a kick out of bounds. But good start for Ryan. Good field position here at the 35, and let's see what Ryan can do here in this opening possession.
Up front for Ryan, the tackles are Jacob Fricke and Brecken Johannes. The guards are Ryland Bibedo and Coy Okason, and the center Brett McKay. Josh Will, the tight end, throwing on first down is Lundeen, gets it out there to about the 40 to Hendrickson, and he'll gain about another yard, so they pick up about 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd and 4. Wide receivers, you'll see Logan Wentz, you'll see Kyle Drovdahl, also Zach Hendrickson will play a dual threat in both the backfield and on the outside, and their starting running back is Caden Dufresne, 5'10", 160, and a senior quarterback, the freshman, 5'11", 140 in Jet Lundeen. We'll set the Bison defense here when we get a chance. Here's a run off the right side. That's Hendrickson. Not much there. He's going to be about 3 yards short. We'll give him a gain of 1, and it'll make it 3rd and 7. For the Bison on defense, their defensive line, Trevin Sago, Bowden Obenauer, and Leighton Saylor. The linebackers, Cole Schneider, Ben Foster, Cade Harm, and Jaden Kelbear. The corners are Logan Schwab and Braden Braithwaite. And the strong safety, Tyson Wick, your free safety, Dawson Bruner. Here's 3rd and about 3, opening drive of the ball game. This is Hendrickson again. And did he take a direct snap on that?
Yeah, the last couple plays there for Ryan, you've had Hendrickson lining up in the backfield and direct snap there, and just another way Ryan's going to get the ball to their playmaker there, and not a bad idea there. You had Lundin there on the sideline, I think, on those last 2 plays, but yeah, you had direct snaps to Hendrickson, and just he was able to, the last 2 runs there, get a first down.
All right, he did pick about 3 or 4 on that one. We've got trips to the right, 2 to the left, naked backfield for Lundin. He wants to throw, now he's in trouble, and he'll go down at about the 36-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 10 on the play.
Yeah, I think when you're going to see naked backfield like that with just Lundin there, you're going to expect Hazen probably to bring some pressure, force that freshman to scramble, and when you do that, you can force him out of the pocket. He has a tendency of sometimes making some mental mistakes and maybe trying to force the ball in when it doesn't need to be, but expect Hazen maybe bring some pressure every once in a while to get in that freshman's head.
2nd and 20 from their own 36. This is Ryan. They fake the handoff to Dupinay. Now Lundin again in trouble in the backfield, avoids 1 tackle. Now he tries to stretch it and runs out of bounds, but he's going to lose another couple of yards again. Hazen with some pretty good pressure right there.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of they're getting up there. They just have to make sure they maintain that contain there on the outside. Lundin gets out of the pocket, he will scramble, and he has been known to get big chunks of yards, and so that Hazen's doing a great job the last couple plays of bringing pressure. They just have to make sure they keep him in the pocket.
All right, that was a loss of 3, so it's 3rd and 23. See what Roger Coleman dials up here on this 3rd and long. By the way, the broadcast of this game, thank you to Cross's Market and Union State Bank of Hazen for helping us bring this playoff game to you. He rolls right. That's Lundin. He's looking for Hendrickson. Had him, but he underthrew him, and it'll be 4th down. Ryan will be forced to punt. Yeah,
that was a good defensive series there for Hazen. Benefit of having a sack early on in the series, and then it kind of forces Ryan to be a little one-dimensional when they're that far to go to the line to gain to get the first down. So expect to see Ryan maybe get Lundin out of the pocket and have him move a little bit so he's not standing there to get the pressure.
4th and a country mile. Guess what? Zach Hendrickson does it all. He's also their punter, and back deep is Dawson Bruner now. Oh, he gets away. Now he's going to try to run. He gets to the 40. He's to midfield. He got the first down all the way down to the 41. Boy, the pressure came. He avoided it, looked as if he wanted to kick it, and then decided, you know what, there's a lot of green in front of me.
Yeah, that was definitely, I don't think that was a design fake. I think that he just kind of sidestepped that first defender, and once he looked up and he saw that whole side was wide open, he just tucked the ball in and ran, and great on him to get the first down. That's a big shot in the arm for Ryan. Hazen, they got to come back here on defense now and be ready to go and see if they can't force another 3 and out.
36-yard run for Hendrickson on the punt formation. Here is Dupinay, his first call of the night. He gets up to the 40 where Schneider's there to knock him back after a 1-yard gain. Also want to say thank you to the UPS store located on Minot South Broadway. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7. Also Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and your shipping needs. Thank you for that information. We got wide left. That's Wentz. We had a slot receiver over there. 2 receivers right as well. Rolling out, they'll throw it out into the running back who's in the flat. That's Dupinay. Lowers his head and gets up to about the 35. He'll be about 4 yards short of the first down. We've just received word that Drovdahl, one of their starting wide receivers, 6'6", 180-pound senior, is not playing tonight. He is out with a broken hand. We'll see how much that affects the Lion offense. Now Hendrickson in there at quarterback. So Hendrickson does a little bit of does it all. I wonder if he even leaves the field once the game starts. Pretty good basketball player, plays his high school ball at our Redeemers. He'll run it right up the middle. First down to the 30, to the 25. Still on his feet inside the 20 to the 19. And Bishop Ryan is in the red zone.
Yeah,
at
that
the
was
19-yard line. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Corey.
that was a great job blocking up front there, and Hendrickson did a good job of just staying behind his blockers and just kind of weaving in and out of traffic. Letting those guys kind of over pursue and those cutback lanes. If those defenders, if they go flying over the top and you can have that cutback lane, expect Ryan to kind of stay in that. Again, keeping that ball going there.
Well, the clock is supposed to be running, but now they finally get it started. Here's a 1st and 10 from the 19. Here is Hendrickson again. He'll take it off the right side. He's got some room. 15 down to about the 12 before he's hauled down there by number, is that 8? Yeah, number 8 for the Bison defense. That is their starting quarterback, Aiden Jungers. Remember, these are 11B caliber teams, so you don't have a lot of numbers, or a lot of kids on the team because of the size of the school, and so a lot of these kids will do dual time, where you don't see that so much in AA and A.
Yeah.
All right. Brian was called for a penalty on that and moves him all the way back to the 27-yard line. Must have been a hold. Here is Lundeen. Okay, it was a hold. He gives it off to Dufresne. Not much around that corner, but he breaks a couple tackles. Now he's in the open at the 15. Down to about the 13. He did that all on his own right there.
Yeah,
that was not Dufresne. That was Hendrickson.
Yeah, that was a good piece of running there. That's just a good testament. Ball carriers. You preach to them. You teach them. Keep your feet moving. Keep the legs moving. You're going to bounce off tackles. The harder you keep your legs moving, and the more you do that, you're going to break those tackles, and you're going to turn what probably would have been a 2 or 3 yard gain into a manageable second down here.
All right, one receiver right. I'm trying to pick up that number. I think it's 21 for the Lions. Yes, it is. They'll hand it off. This is Hendrickson again off the right side. Twist his way inside the 10 to about the 9, and he'll make it 3rd and short right now. 3rd and short. Yeah, that's Jace Schwann that was out right. So he'll probably see a lot more snaps tonight in the place of the injured Drobdahl. Hendrickson in the slot. Wentz wide left. Wide right again is Schwann. Straight ahead it is Lundeen, and they're going to pick up the first down to the 8. It'll be 1st and goal for Bishop Ryan. Boy, they were 4th and 23 in punt formation, but Zach Hendrickson picked up the first down, and they're just moving it right down the field now.
Yeah, they've got a nice little clip here going, and nice good rhythm. They're taking their time here. They've got using the full 40 seconds. Lundeen going over, getting the play from Coach Coleman, and yeah, Ryan's got has a good rhythm going here, and it's nice to see as they can't punch this thing in here on this.
Yeah, we're down to 5.5, so this is the first drive of the football game. Dufresne alongside Lundeen. Lundeen will roll right. He's looking. He's got Hendrickson at the 5. He jumps in. Does he get it? No, they're going to say he's down at the 1. Which you probably can hear from our Carl Mike. The Lions fans thought he was in.
There was plenty of people in the stands that thought he got in there on that touchdown. I think he tried to reach, and his knee might have been down as he was trying to reach that ball across. But they're going to be able to sneak this thing in probably.
All right, and Lundeen will take it himself and take it in. So Ryan, on the very first drive of the ball game, will score with 5:11 to play in the first quarter. On the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard, 6-0, pending the extra point. And it looks like they will kick it. It's Lorma-Just in there. Junior, 6 foot 170. He'll kick it out of the hold of number 9. That would be Jet Lundeen, the quarterback. So they'll try to tack on the extra point. It's down, it's up, it is good. 5:11 to play, first quarter on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard, first round action of the 11B playoffs. Bishop Ryan 7, Hazen nothing. Back with the kick right after this.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoo?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from from Real Mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Get COVID-19 deep cleaning services for your home or business with CleanTech LLC. This proactive deep cleaning service includes disinfecting and sanitizing. Don't forget about CleanTech's 24/7 disaster response and restoration services. Visit them online at cleantechllc.us. It is CleanTech coming to the rescue since 1992. All right, ready to kick it off here for the Lions. Back deep are 3 backs. This is a squib kick. It'll be taken about the 23-yard line by Bruner. He'll get up to the 35, to the 40, kicks it to the outside. He's to midfield, to the 40, to the 30, and then finally ran out of bounds about the 27-yard line.
Well, that was a good shot in the arm for Hazen. They had special teams worked against them in that first drive for Ryan. Having Hendrickson pick up that big 4th down play, and now having Hazen having a good return on this kickoff and after a score, and gives them prime field condition here for a potential tying touchdown.
All right, we have 2 receivers way wide left, stacked on that side. Fake by Jungers, will keep it himself off the left side, gets inside the 25 to the 23 for the Bison offensively up front. Bowden Obenauer, Leighton Saylor, Cole Schneider, Trevin Sago, and Tota Sage. The wide receivers, Logan Schwab, Tyson Wick, and we'll see a lot of Tellen Batke as well. Fullback is Jaden Kelbear, and your running backs you'll see tonight are Dawson Bruner and Cade Harm, and your quarterback, the 6'1", 190-pound senior, Aiden Jungers, who has rushed for almost 600 yards on the year from that quarterback's position. Naked backfield, he will run it right back up on a quarterback draw. He's got room. He's to the 15. He's to about the 10-yard line. Another big run there for Jungers. They just, that was just a planned, designed play right there. He just took it right up the gut.
Yeah, I think you're going to see both. You're going to see both teams like to spread the field, and that causes that defense to kind of spread itself even more. And when you have a running quarterback like Jungers, there, he's just licking his chops to see that wide open alleys, and whether it's designed or he ends up feeling some pressure and stepping up and running, you expect both guys to have big days.
Tight end goes from the left to the right. We got one back, and they'll hand it to that back. That's Harm. Harm will get it up to about the 8-yard line, and then a fumble. Ball came loose, and the Lions come up with it. Boy, I was just going to set the Lion defense. We'll do that next time they get on defense. But big play there from the Lion defense.
Yeah, that was a big play. You had a good kicker off return. You had a couple big plays there. Hazen was kind of rolling a little bit, and you playoff football. You get a couple get turnovers here, and momentum swung back into Ryan's favor here. Now let's see if Hazen can kind of bow up here and prevent a big play.
Naked backfield, Lundeen will throw. He's going deep. He's looking for Wentz, and it's just overthrown. Pretty good coverage back there by the Bison defense. Second game of the day here at Herb Parker Stadium. I want to say congratulations to Mike Aldridge and the coaching staff and the Minot State Beaver football team as they pick up their first win of the year today over Upper Iowa. 17-14, fun game this afternoon. Corey, I know you were here. I watched most of it on television, but just a huge win for that program.
Yeah, that was a good good win. 2 evenly matched ball clubs with Upper Iowa and Minot State, and defense. Both defenses played really well, and a couple big plays for the offense for Minot State. But yeah, a big win and a good job for them.
Here is Lundeen right back off the left side. He's got some room. He's to the 10, up to near the 15-yard line. Going to be short of the first down by about 3 or 4 yards.
Brought down by number 10, Tyson Wick.
Tyson Wick brings him down. By the way, I mentioned Obenauer name starting on both the offense and defense. That is a name that's pretty synonymous to Minot State athletics. Their dad and uncle, Jerry and, the first name of the other one fails me right now. Jason. Were stars in Hazen and stars at Minot State. So starting to get that 3rd and 4th generation, Corey. Here is Lundin out into the flat to Hendrickson. He'll get to the 20 and to about the 22-yard line. Picks up the first down. Very high percentage pass right there.
Yeah, and great job there on Lundin. The snap wasn't exactly, wasn't a perfect snap, but, he had to kind of reach out a little bit, but great job of hauling that snap in. And again, Minot Ryan's doing a great job of rolling that pocket, getting Lundin away from pressure, and yeah, nice easy pitch and catch. Expect Ryan to maybe have a little a trick up their sleeve with that same formation, the same play.
All right, here is Lundin. He wants to go deep again. He's looking for Hendrickson, and Hendrickson's double teamed, and he'll probably be double teamed for most of the night.
Yeah, I think a great job there by Bruner there in the free safety spot, just kind of staying in the middle of the field or on his half of the field and kind of keeping his eyes on Lundin there in the backfield, knowing that Hendrickson's on his side and there's a good chance that ball's going to come to him. But a great job of staying deep and then just making a nice break on the ball when it's in the air.
First down, International Bank and Trust scoreboard, 3:29 to play first quarter. Lions leading. They are 2nd and 10 from their own, let's say, the 22-yard line. Lundin again will throw. He's looking left. Now he looks in the middle of the field. Hendrickson just found a soft spot there right in the middle of the field, and he'll pick up about 5 yards in the play.
Yeah, and again, another nice easy pitch and catch. Great job. We had the 2 or 3 receivers running the deep routes to kind of bring that defense out with them, and Hendrickson did a great job of just kind of getting in behind those linebackers and finding that soft spot in the zone, and a nice easy pitch and catch there from Lundin.
All right, we got Wentz will go wide left. We have Schwann wide right with Hendrickson in the slot, Dupinay in the backfield. They'll throw it out here. It's again Hendrickson making the catch, avoiding one tackle, and now throwing out of bounds about the 37-yard line. But it's a pickup of about 10 yards on the play, and it'll make it first down and 10. So it's nothing fancy, but I'll tell you what, Hazen. I know that their focus has to be on Zach Hendrickson, but Hendrickson finds ways to get himself open.
Yeah, he does a great job. He'll find his way open. I think Hazen might have to, everyone, here next couple plays here, maybe dial up some pressure a little bit. I think Lundin's getting a little comfortable in the pocket. To, expect Hazen maybe to show a little bit of pressure.
Tight formation here. This will be Hendrickson running it on the direct snap. Gets to the 40 up to about the 41. And again, Hendrickson. Bishop Ryan does the co-op with our Redeemers in football. Hendrickson, a pretty darn good basketball player for our Redeemers. He'll be a senior, one of the top scorers returning this year in Class B boys basketball. All right, it'll be second down. We're going to call it 6, 2nd and 6. Here is Hendrickson again. No, this is Dupinay taking the direct snap, and he'll get close to midfield, enough for a first down. Boy, I tell you, they just give you all kinds of different looks. You got Lundin, you got Hendrickson, you've got Dupinay. So Ryan on the move again, deep in this first quarter, 1:40 clock running. Here is Dupinay again off the left side, breaks it, got across the 45 to the 40, still on his feet, down to about the 37. And what has really impressed me in the early going right here is how hard these runners from Ryan, Hendrickson, Lundin, Dupinay, how hard they run and keep their feet.
Yeah, they're running hard, plus they're picking up the tempo here. They're going a lot of no huddle, and they're just trying to get Hazen either tired, and now they can see their coach call a timeout to finally kind of stop the momentum a little bit. But great job of Ryan. They're really playing one heck of a first quarter.
We'll just keep, you want a break? We'll just keep it here so I can throw some things in coming up at halftime. The premier chiropractic halftime show focused on improving the health of the Minot and surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry Domries can be found at Premier Chiropractic ND.com. Magic City Inspections, a locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services to ensure you are ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online at MinotInspections.com. And our post-game sponsor is Shots Crossroads. Your post-game headquarters get filled up on the delicious menu. That includes, you know what, that famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are welcome. As we mentioned, other games played today in both the 11B and the 9-man. And again, during the Premier Chiropractic halftime show, we'll go through all those scores and set you up for the quarterfinals in all 4 divisions coming up next week. The AA 11-man will play on Friday. The 11B, 11A, and 9-man will play Saturday. Here is Dupinay on a direct snap again. Gets off the left side, did a nice job of avoiding a tackle, and picks up about 7 yards. We'll give him 7, make it 2nd and 3.
Yeah, I think Ryan's gonna probably stay with this, this no huddle there, and now you got Lundin coming right back in the game. But yeah, between Lundin, Dufresne, Hendrickson, they're throwing multiple guys that can run the football. They're really doing a great job of just lining up and just smash mouth and just getting their guys behind the line of scrimmage and just
tight
running
formation
forward.
Again. Lundin will spin. He won't get the first down. Kind of a different tight formation they set up on those last 2 plays. We saw him with the tight formation, Corey.
Yeah, they get that formation. It kind of looked like they ran a little counter play to it, where they're running toward that strength, and they were pulling at least I saw one guard pulled, might have been the tackle as well. Expect a little counter play to that to kind of give them a little different look offensively.
All right, here is Hendrickson. He'll come around the left side, breaks a tackle, but he won't get to the first down as he was smothered there by number 59. That is Ben Foster for the Bison. Bison, by the way, coached by Brett Johnsrud. Ryan, coached by Roger Coleman in his 5th year as the Lions head coach. And it'll be 4th down. Let's see what Roger Coleman decides to do. Did he call a timeout?
End of the quarter.
Oh, that's the end of the quarter. Sorry about that. We're at the end of the first quarter on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. It's Bishop Ryan 7, Hazen nothing. We're back with the second quarter right after this.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Well, we go to the second quarter here. Ryan will be, 4th and about 4 from the Hazen 32-yard line. Looks like they'll bring their offense out. Again, stay tuned to the social media early next week after PSP Network and Nick Holberg decide where everybody's going next week for playoff football. There's a pass, great catch by Hendrickson. Good job by him because he had jungers all over him on that one and knew he was going to get hit.
Yeah, that was a great job. Again, designed rollout. You'd like to think that Lundin had an option there if there wasn't anybody open to kind of tuck that in and run. But again, you're looking for Hendrickson in that spot, and Hendrickson did a great job of getting to the stick as far as depth and making sure that he was past the line to gain. But yeah, he knew that he was going to get a hit right off the bat. But great job of hanging on the ball right next to the sideline.
We have 4 receivers. Well, wait a minute. Now we're going to switch them around. Now we're going to get a timeout because Ryan had guys going all kinds of different directions. 11:54 to play here in the first half. 7-0. Lions lead on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. We're back right after this on the PSP Network.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics. Vibeto Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibetoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics.
The 30-inch galactic pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
It'll be first down play for Ryan after a timeout, and that timeout was taken simply because we had all kinds of guys that didn't really know which way they were supposed to go, so Roger Coleman getting them on the same page. Again, we want to say thank you to Krause's Market of Hazen and also Union State Bank of Hazen for helping us sponsor this game, along with Subway, Beaupre Law Firm, Cadova, and Minot's Finest Collision Center. Here is Lundeen. He's got room. He's to the 15 on the left side and then runs into Bruner, and Bruner brings him hard to the ground, but not until he picks up about 13 yards in the play. And again, they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 15 for Ryan.
Yeah, again, you're just you're finding ways to get the ball into the hands of your playmaker, and Hendrickson is going to be kind of the workhorse. And again, you got Lundeen.
Move it back to the 20, make it 1st and 15. Shout out to those that text message I just got that somebody's saying they're on their way home from refereeing a football game and they're listening to us on the PSP network. We love that.
Yep.
All right, here is run off the right side. And not much doing there. Me picks up 1. Beat the 2nd and about 14.
About 6. Brings us to 2nd and about 9.
Well, let's give him 1 on the play, make it 2nd and 9, I guess. Or 2nd and... Okay, it was a gain of about 5. I'm sorry, I forgot about the penalty. So it's 2nd and 9 now from about the 14-yard line. Lundeen under center, 2 receivers both ways. Dufresne next to Lundeen. They'll roll left, their throw out into the flat. That's Josh Will, the tight end. He can't hold on to it. Had it on his in his hands, but just could not cradle it. It'll make it 3rd down and about 9. Just underway here in the first half. 10:22 to play. Again, at halftime during the Premier Chiropractic halftime show, we will go through all the scores from today's playoff football from across the state of North Dakota. And there was a lot of it. 2 receivers both ways again. From the left hash, it will be Lundeen throwing to the end zone, overthrows his intended receiver, Hendrickson. And it'll be 4th down. Let's see what Ryan does here. I have no idea where Lormajust is as far as field goal kicking. His range looks like Ryan will go for it. 4th and about 9 from the Hazen Bison 14-yard line. Two receivers come left. Got a wing on the right. Lundeen will run reverse. This is Hendrickson. Now he wants to throw to the end zone. Nope. Incomplete. Good coverage out there by Bruner. No, that was not Bruner. It's Harm, I think. Nope, Tyson Wick. 3rd time's the charm.
Yeah, that was a great job defensively there with Hazen. They were, they didn't really bite on the reverse there to Hendrickson, and once Hendrickson kind of slowed up to make the pass, a great job of making sure the receivers were covered. Good 4th down stand there by Hazen. Now it's on them now to use the ball here in these next 10 minutes and see if they can't come down and punch one in.
All right, here's Jungers. He'll fake it to the back. That's Harm. Now he's in trouble, trying to get away from trouble. Now he'll throw it and almost intercepted. He wanted to get it out to Harm. Oh, we're going to get a late flag in the end zone. Looks like Josh Will might have hit Jungers just a little bit too late, and Jungers looks like he might be hurt. And I didn't really see what happened after he released the ball. Simply, I went to the ball. That's going to move it all the way out to the 29-yard line. But Jungers looks if he is in some pain, it looks like he'll stay in there.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have scrambling around like that, and you've got guys running after you, and you know they're trained to keep going until they can get to the quarterback, and you know something happened there where the Will just kind of fell on him afterwards, and I don't know if he got a knee into the gut or what, but it looks like he's staying in the game and he's going to be all right.
Booner will come in motion. He'll get the handoff from left to right, avoids one tackle, and he'll get up to about the 34-yard line. Gain of about, we'll call it 5 on the play, make it 2nd and 5. Again, if Ryan wins, they will host next week the Velvet Garrison Aggies. If Hazen would win, they would travel to Velvet to take on the Aggies. Aggies with a huge win this afternoon over Beulah, the team that was ranked #1 all year long until the final poll. They lost their final 2 games of the season, including this one to the Aggies today. They're straight ahead up to about the 35, make it 3rd and about 4 for Hazen. And now we got an injured player down on the field for Ryan. Can't pick up that number. I think it might be, well, I'm not going to speculate until I see it. Is it 70? Okay.
Yeah.
We got 2 of them down. Okay. For the Lions, 70 would be Jacob Fricky, and 32 would be I don't have a 32. But I think, do they have them up? Yeah, they got them up. We'll just keep it right here, Nick. Yeah, 32. I don't have a 32 on my roster, so can't tell you who that is.
They're both kind of
they're
both
both
walking off on their
hobbling
own.
off.
Yeah,
but I don't think anything is major here.
No. Looks like they probably both maybe just kind of got rolled in on the pile, and you know knees and ankles kind of bend funny when you get rolled up like that. But looks like they're both kind of walking off all right, and see what happens after that.
Logan Schwab out left. Here is Jungers. He's going down. Nice play there by number 60 for Lions. That would be Connor Harvey, the sophomore. Both these teams quite young.
Yeah.
I mean, we got some skilled guys that are seniors, but boy, I'll tell you, a lot of the offensive linemen are underclassmen on both sides of the ball. You got Lundeen, who is a freshman. So things looking bright for both these teams going into next season, but they both want to prolong their seasons this year. There's the punt. Henriksen back there, and he's just going to let it roll, and it's going to roll inside the 25 at about the 24. 8:21 to play till halftime on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Bishop Ryan 7, Bison, that is the Hazen Bison, nothing. So Hazen's defense has bent, but they have not broke so far tonight. They gave up the 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I mean they're doing a great job. They're keeping themselves in the ball game. Yeah, they had they gave up a touchdown on that first possession, but you can also credit that scramble on the 4th and long on the punt when Hendrickson was just trying to get yards, and that was a benefit of the touchdown. But overall, Hazen's been playing a pretty good game defensively.
All right, here is Lundeen. He'll keep it after faking it to Dufresne coming around the left side, but no doing there is both Jungers and number 40 for Hazen. That would be Tata Sage. Said, no, you're not going anywhere. Well, I don't know. The Bison from North Dakota State must have 9 lives because they escaped this afternoon, coming from behind to beat Missouri State 27-20. And they look very lackluster. I watched the entire first half, Corey, and they just look very lackluster offensively. All right, in motion is Hendrickson. They'll give him the handoff off the right side. Nothing doing. That's Bruner who will take him down. UND won big, 34-10 over Western Illinois. Oh, Northern Iowa knocked off South Dakota State, 26-17. Here comes Lundin back in. Again, Minot High in the playoffs next week. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, we had some number changes. Now we know who 32 is. And now here's a big run here. Hendrickson gets free, still on his feet, all the way up to about the midfield stripe. It's to be marked at the 39. Nice run, nice pass and run right there.
Yeah, again, moving the pocket out of the way, and then Hazen, they just kind of lost sight of where Hendrickson was, and he just again found a nice spot in the soft part of the zone, and just kind of sat down, and Lundin was able to get himself out of the pocket and survey the field down, survey downfield, and see Hendrickson wide open there in that area.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10. The ball on the on the Bishop Ryan side of the 50 at the 49. We'll call it the 48. We got all kinds of guys moving around. Down to 4 on the play clock. They'll get it off. Rolling right is Lundin. He's throwing long. He's got a receiver. Just overthrows him. At about the 20-yard line, that was Hendrickson. Getting back to the number of players on this 11B, when you play 11-man football, you have to have 11 guys on the field. Ryan's got a total of 24 guys suited up. That's why you see a lot of kids that play both ways in this division.
Yeah, in this division especially, you're looking at you want to get your athletes out on the field, whether it's on the offensive side or defensive side. One of the drawbacks is you're playing. Hendrickson probably never gets off the field, and you always risk running a sense of injury or something like that.
You bet. Here's Lundin's pass is batted at the line of scrimmage. It'll make it 3rd down. 3rd and 10. They're at the 48-yard, their own 48. Clock is stopped on the incompletion with 6:44 to go on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Bishop Ryan 7, Hazen nothing. You're listening to first round action of the Class B 11B playoffs here on the PSP network. Lundin will roll right. Boy, they like to get him out on the roll now. He's going to keep it. He gets to midfield. And then he runs into number 15 from Hazen's. That would be Trevin Sago. By the way, that one injury to Ryan, it was Cade Okason, and now I see that he's coming back. Oh, no, he did start running back into the game, but now is off again. Doesn't look like he's going to miss too much time here. Punt here for Hendrickson. Back deep is Bruner. Gorgeous night here in the Magic City. Playoff football. Minot teams trying to go 2-0 on this field today. That one will be down inside the 25 at about the 21-yard line. In the event that Ryan would win this game, they will host next week. It very well could be another Saturday night game, or they could play it on Friday night, depending on what they want to do, because the Beavers are at home again next week. But we'll keep you abreast of all of that. Batke will come wide right. 2 receivers left. Got a wing on the right side. And now we're going to get a offsides call on Bishop Ryan. Yeah, they'll mark off 5 yards. Somebody must have lined up in the neutral zone there.
Yeah, I think Ryan's defense are getting a little excited. Like to want to get after the quarterback a little bit. Yeah, they have a tendency maybe accidentally line up a little too far forward.
All right, here is Jungers. 1st and 5 now from the 25, and now a big run here for Hazen. That is Jaden Kelbear, their fullback, rumbling, stumbling for about, I'd say, let's see, 30, that'll be 20, about 28 yards.
Yeah, that was a good design play there. They kind of faked the dive and had Killbear coming around the backside there on kind of the reverse almost type thing. And yeah, he's listed 5'11", 220, and he was rumbling down the field. And there not too many guys like to want to get in front and tackle a guy that big. Hendrickson gave it a shot, but yeah, good gain by Hazen.
Jungers will fake to Killbear. Now he'll take it around the left side. Ooh, boy, and he took on one of the defensive backs, and really he did run out of bounds, but I think the defensive back got the worst of the hit.
Yeah, I think that's two really good plays there for Hazen's offense, and really kind of get a little spark there for him. Killbear kind of ignited something there, and Jungers kind of followed suit, and Hazen's kind of rolling right now, and kind of building some momentum here.
You bet. 5:15 to play, 7-0 here in the first half. Here's Jungers again. This time won't go very far. Maybe a couple yards. Schneider is there. Also off the bottom of the pile. Yeah, there's about 3 Lions there on that tackle. Batke will bring a play in from, no, that's Schwab bringing the play in. He'll go wide left. Going wide right is Wick. And now Booner will set up in the slot on the right side. Harm is the running back. They'll fake to him. Now they'll give it to wing back. That's the fullback. Killbear, big hole, down to the 10, inside the 10 to the 8. Boy, that was it. You could have drove a Mack truck through that hole right there, Corey.
Yeah, that was the exact same play, just coming from the different side that Killbear had that big run on. They saw something there the first time they ran it that they could, gain some advantage here on the second time around. But yeah, that was a great job blocking up front. Huge hole for Killbear to run through. I think you and I probably could have ran through that thing relatively easy without being touched for a while.
All right, we had a timeout called by Hazen. They will be first and goal. We'll keep it right here. 4:26 to play till halftime. And we'll tell you, Roger Ward Moving and Storage has been proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com to schedule a move or to find a quote. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Coming up at the half, the Premier Chiropractic halftime show at the end of the game. We'll have our Shots' post-game show as well, as we'll name our Sports Clip MVP of the game. New sponsor to us here at PSP, here in the Minot area. Stay tuned again to social media and Twitter following the football playoffs. We'll be real close to starting the hockey season, and PSP will be on the call. Nick Helberg will have a ton of Magician hockey this winter. And we'll have a ton of basketball, both Class A and B, coming up during the course of the winter season. Looking forward to it. All right. Bison will be first and goal from the 8. That's the Hazen Bison. In motion is the wing back from the right to the left side. Now Booner will go in motion. He'll hit the handoff, goes straight up the middle. And now we got a flag coming in. He's still on his feet. He ran a long ways, but he ran for not many yards. And we have a flag in that area where it possibly could be holding on Hazen. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, you had him coming in motion there on that jet sweep to the left, and then the minute he kind of stopped to kind of change directions a little bit, then your offensive linemen are keyed on the defense, and when the defense sees that cutback, the offensive line doesn't necessarily see that, and so they start to try to get away, and naturally every once in a while you get an offensive lineman out there kind of reaching out, grabbing something, a jersey, shoulder pad, and yeah, you're going to typically get holding penalties on a play like that.
First and goal from the Lions 17 now after the 10-yard penalty. Batke will go wide left. Wide right is Wick. In the slot is Bruner. They'll throw a bubble pass out here to Bruner. Bruner looks for a block, gets it, and gets all the way down to the 5. Nice job by Tyson Wick right there. The other wide receiver out there who just got enough of the defender to pop Bruner to the outside.
Yeah, that was a great block out there in space. When you run a bubble route like that with two receivers, you've got the one-on-one blocking, plus you're expecting the guy catching the bubble pass to make his man miss. And Wick actually did a great job of blocking his defender into that second defender, and then those two guys collided, and that caused them to gain a little bit more yards on that play.
Wick wide left in the slot, Bruner wide right. We have both Schwab and Harm, and they'll give it. This is Junkers straight ahead. Boy, closed down really well by the Lions there, number 54, Coy Okeson. Because there was a hole there. I thought he was going to get in.
Yeah, they did a great job there. He was just following, Junkers just following the man up the field, and a great job by Okeson to kind of close down that hole a little bit.
Big play for both these football teams. For Hazen, this would give them some momentum going into the second half, where they will get the football to start the half. Two receivers left, two right, stacked up one behind the other. See what Junkers has. He'll fake. He wants to throw. Oh, Wick! Through his hands and intercepted by Ryan. Oh, Wick had it. It was a touchdown. 6 written all over it. It went off his fingertips and then picked off by Ryan. I did not pick up the number who picked it off. I think it was Wentz.
Yeah, I think it was Logan Wentz. Kind of was the. It was Wentz, or it was the recipient of that, that tip ball there.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean that thing was put right where it needed to be, and that was just an unfortunate episode there for Hazen. But great job by Wentz to maintain control and concentration on picking that thing off.
So Hazen gets in the red zone, can't capitalize. Here is John Lundine's spin at the line. Schneider there was one of the Bison to pick him off. The other one was number 21. That would be Harm. Short gain. We'll give him 2. We'll give him 3. 2nd and 7. Clock is ticking down, under 2 minutes to play, or 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Ryan with the only touchdown of the ball game came at the 5:11 mark of the first quarter when Jet Lundeen took it in from 1 yard out. Kristen Lormajust with the PAT. Boy, we'll have two receivers both ways for these two teams. For the Lions, Here is Lundeen. Looking, he's got Henriksen, middle of the field. 40, he spins to the 45, taken down there by Bruner. Boy, it seems to me like Zach Henriksen doesn't care where it is on the field. He'll go to that middle where sometimes that can get really, really precarious when you get to the middle of the field, but seems like he's not scared of that.
No, he'll find that opening, and he's done a great job in this first half of finding that soft spot, or getting across the middle, and guys like that you like to get the ball to them, because you know that they're going to create plays and give your team a good opportunity to be successful.
Ryan has 1 timeout left. Hazen 2. Here's 1st and 10 from their own 46 for the Lions. Naked backfield, lots of time. They'll get it out here. This one is to Wentz. Wentz will pick up some good yardage. Boy, I tell you, that's a mismatch. That was a linebacker, Landon Reich, who was trying to cover a wideout in Logan Wentz, and that's just ain't going to work.
Yeah, you're going to have mismatches on both sides when they spread the field out like this, and they got receivers all over. You're going to have linebackers covering receivers, and it's always a mismatch when that happens.
All right, do we have timeout? Yeah, Hazen will call timeout. We'll take 1-2, 1:41 to play till halftime. It's the Premier Chiropractic halftime show, but we'll be back with a first down play. 7-0, Ryan leads on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. so you can smother your dinner salad with it. Dip those crispy golden French fries in it and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads.
1:41 to play. Here is the first down play. Interception. Boy, that's intercepted by Jungers. Jungers has got big running room. Oh boy. I'll tell you what, if he could have got through that one tackle right there, he may have took it to the house. Boy, I don't know if Lundin ever saw Jungers on that play.
No, they're rolling him out, and he had his eyes on his receiver, and Jungers just kind of did a great job as a free safety there, just kind of reading the eyes of the quarterback, and being a quarterback himself, he kind of knows what those guys are trying to do with the football, but just made a great break on the ball. A good shot in the arm of Hazen. They had 2 costly turnovers in the red zone of their own that they've given to Ryan, and to get one back here with a minute and a half left and a timeout, gives them a good opportunity here at midfield to make a play here for a touchdown to tie it and going into halftime.
Here is Jungers. He'll bring it off the right side, but that play will be blowing dead. Another procedure play. So that'll make it cost 5 yards for Hazen. Move them back now to the 44-yard line on their side and make it 1st and 15. Again, a lot of playoff football from across the state. This is the final one of the day. We will go through all the results and set you up for the semifinals, or for the quarterfinals next week during our halftime show. Here's a Junger, high snap, brings it down, he's got a receiver one-on-one, that's Wick out there. Pretty good coverage out there. Was that Wentz on the coverage? Yeah. That was one-on-one coverage. It's kind of nice to see Jungers come right back to Wick after Wick had let that ball get through his hands on the interception.
Yeah, you have to have, we talk about defensively, you always talk about how defensive backs need to have short memories. Quarterbacks, receivers, they kind of need to have short memories too on plays like that, interceptions. Jungers knows Wick is one of his go-to guys, and he's going to try to get him the football no matter what.
All right, here he is, Jungers. Now he's running for his life. He's going to get back to midfield. Good move, and he dives across the 45 to the 44-yard line of Ryan. What I thought was going to be a sack. I also think they might have been trying to set up a screen right there because they let Okeson just come in on his own.
Yeah, either it was going to be a set-up screen or they just didn't do a very good job of blocking Okeson up there. But great job of Jungers to kind of make something out of nothing and almost picking up the first down there. Could have went out of bounds, but he decided to kind of stay in and get a few more yards. Again, nice little drive going here by Hazen here right before halftime.
2 receivers both ways. Jungers will hand it off. He'll keep it after faking to Kelbear, and he'll pick up yardage to about the 36. It's going to make it a 4th down call here, and Hazen will take time out. Again, we'll keep it here with 41 seconds left and let you know that the UPS store.com, located on Minot South Broadway in Minot, is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. We also want to say thank you to Krause's Market of Hazen and Union State Bank of Hazen for helping us bring this playoff game to you. Again, next week, Ryan will host Velva, or Hazen will travel to Velva in the quarterfinals. Again, the Aggies with a big win again this afternoon. Tell you what, in fact, our area teams did pretty well today, especially in the 11B playoffs. Both DLB and Velva won. DLB was actually a higher seed, but they knocked off Shiloh Christian today, so congratulations to Taylor Teskey and the Lakers. They've been a sneaky good team all year. And Tommy Weidler's Ned Rose Cardinals put on a great show in Bowman County today, fell short. But that is a program that's come a long way in a short time. Here is Jungers looking, middle, no, incomplete on fourth down. Good coverage out there by the Lions by Josh Will. And Corey, I'd be remiss not to say congratulations to you and your coaching staff and your program at South Prairie Max, getting your first ever varsity win in the final game of the year. I know you're not into moral victories, but it really gives you something to work on and to look forward to as you progress with that very, very young football program.
Yeah, it was a nice win by our guys, and even bigger congratulations, Coach Wiesler, Coach Rudolph, and Rutledge that have been there since the program started.
Oh, there's a face mask right there. I could have called that one from up here.
Yeah, that was a rather obvious one, and I'm sure it's one of those that by no means was the defender trying to do any maliciousness toward it, but he's just kind of reaching out, grabbing for the quarterback anything he can, and it just happened to be the face mask, and I'm sure it's going to be one of the personal foul varieties.
Corey, and does that go in high school? That goes from the point of the infraction, right? Yeah, that's what they're. So they actually lost 15 yards and then gained it back.
Yeah, it was.
With the
he was scrambling. Yeah, it's one of those deals. But yeah, I mean, it was, a break for Hazen there. It could have turned in probably almost a half-ending play there with that, but they were able to get some new life from it.
Wick will go wide left in the slot. Bruner wide right. That's the short side of the field. He'll go in motion now. They'll give it to Harm. Nope. The Jungers will keep it. Boy, he does a nice job of faking to his backs. He caught me again right there.
Yeah, he does a great job with that read option stuff, and they're just kind of hurrying up now. I think he'll probably spike it here to stop the clock.
Yeah, he'll do that. Stops the clock at 13 seconds. It's going to be a third and about, I'll say 7 or 8. And we got the last timeout called by the Lions. 13 seconds to go in the half on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Bishop Ryan 7, Hazen nothing. Back right after this on the PSP Network.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust.
Like our convenient online banking.
Along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
All right, back here. Ryan calling a timeout. Corey, give me your observation on why Roger Coleman called that timeout right there.
Well, I think he probably saw that Hazen was trying to come up to the line and maybe try to catch Ryan off guard a little bit, or just 13 seconds left. Just trying to get his defense on the same page as far as what they needed to do to finish this half out strong.
3rd and 8 from the Ryan 34-yard line. Junger's got all kinds of time. He's going deep. Wick into double coverage. It's intercepted. Overthrew Wick, and Jet Lundeen right there to make the interception. It just seems to me Ryan's leading this game 7-0, but we've played a lot of this game in the Lions side of the football field.
Yeah, you look at that's the 3rd turnover that Hazen's had, and I think all 3 of them have happened while they've been in the red zone. And that you look at that thing and you think that's easily, it could easily be 3 touchdowns that Hazen could have possibly scored on that. But a great job there by Ryan just to play off on that, knowing that they're probably going to take a shot in the end zone.
All right, they just kneel, and we'll go to the end of the first half. It's been a fun one. We've had a lot of chances to score, but we only have 7 on the board. On the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard, it is Bishop Ryan 7, Hazen Bison nothing. We're back with the Premier Chiropractic halftime show here on the PSP Network right after this.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care as an equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
At Shots Crossroads, We make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it wasn't clicking and not a zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics. Vibeto Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibetoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it wasn't clicking and not a zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Well, welcome back here to Herb Parker Stadium, halftime of this 11B first round playoff game, and it's been a good one, a tight one. Bishop Bryan leads 7-0 over the Hazen Bison. This is the Premier Chiropractic halftime show focused on improving the health of the Minot and surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Becky Perry Domries, and Dr. Cody Haugen can be found at PremierChiropracticND.com. Only score this football game, even though we've had a lot of red zone opportunities, came at the 5:11 mark of the first quarter on the very first drive of the game, the opening drive. Jet Lundeen took it in from 1 yard out. Christian Lorma just he kicked the extra point. That's where we stand 7-0. But Corey McIver, who's joined me tonight, Corey, biggest play of that was the 4th down punt that was, I don't think it was a fake punt. I think it was something that Zach Hendrickson saw upfield after after avoiding the initial rush and then just saw all kinds of green in front of him.
Yeah, it was definitely definitely a design punt, and he felt pressure coming, and he just kind of sidestepped out of the way, and when he brought his eyes up to kind of take a peek, he noticed that whole right side was completely wide open, and when you get a guy of his caliber that in the open field and knowing that he's got a bunch of yards in front of him, that was a big fourth down conversion for him. And then, like you said, they ended up as a result, scoring the only touchdown of the half. And not to say that Hazen didn't have opportunities to do it. They were in the red zone numerous times, and the unfortunate thing for them is they turned the ball over all three times they were in the red zone.
Exactly.
And they could easily have at least one touchdown for sure. That was a missed pass by Wick that I know that he probably would like to have back. The one guaranteed touchdown, and I think the first one, the fumble that they had, they were inside the 10, I think, when that ball came out, and so they could easily have a couple scores on the board, and we could be talking about a different ball game here in the first half. But I think the fact that they turned the ball over three times and still kept Ryan with the 7 points, I think is a good good compliment to their defense.
Right.
And they were able to kind of shore up a little bit there. So Hazen's going to get the ball here to start the second half, and they've done some nice things offensively against Ryan. They've been able to move the football, and Junkers is taking advantage of a lot of that read option things, whether it's designed to get for him to keep the ball, or he's just seeing something up front that he can pull that handoff and take it himself. Hazen is moving the football against Ryan, and I think that's one thing probably their coaching staff emphasized to those guys at halftime is, hey, we're moving the football, and we can have success. We just got to make sure we eliminate the mistakes here in the second half.
All right, as I mentioned, and I promised during the first half that I would go through all the scores from the playoffs earlier today. There was 8 games played in both the 11B and the 9-man. First of all, at 11B, the top seed Hillsborough Central Valley knocked off Lisbon 43-8. Central Cass beat Harvey Wells County 43-6. It was Belva Garrison shutting out Beulah 12-0. Kindred in a close one over Thompson 30-28. Langdon Edmore Munich, the defending state champions, on to the quarterfinals 35-14 over Oaks. Bowman County narrowly defeated Nedrose 20-12, and Delax Burlington with 2 second-half touchdowns defeat Shiloh Christian 14-7. So your semifinals next week have Central Cass at Hillsborough Central Valley. The interesting note on that one, Corey, is Central Cass beat Hillsborough Central Valley in the very first game of the year, the only loss for the Burros. Then again, if Ryan wins here, Velva will come to Herb Parker Stadium to play Ryan next week in the quarterfinals. If Hazen would win, Velva would host that game against Hazen. The other semifinal, Langdon Edmore Munich against Kindred, and DLB will be on the road at number 3, Bowman County. All top 4 seeds, Hillsborough Central Valley, Kindred, Bowman County, and if Ryan would win here, all 4 seeds would win in the first round. All right, let's talk about the 9-mans. In today's quarterfinals, did I lose them? I'll see if we can. Oh, no, here they are. I'm sorry. Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion shut out Mayport CG 42-0. Grant County, Flasher with their second upset of the playoffs. They defeat the number 8 seed Hettinger Scranton 30-0. Botno 26-8 over North Prairie. St. John, or Nelson County, excuse me, I got that switched around. Nelson County beats St. John 28-22. New Salem Almont 42-14 over Mott Regent, New England. Divide County over Lewis and Clark 34-12. Congratulations, Paul Rudolph, with a decent year as the first-year head coach at Lewis and Clark. Cavalier hammers Winemere Lidgerwood 52-6. And Surrey in a, explosion, fireworks all around, 44-38 over Ray Powers Lake to avenge a regular season loss. In that game, Chris Jenner, the running back for Surrey, had 368 yards rushing. Semifinals next week, Grant County Flasher at Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Nelson County at Bottineau, Divide County at New Salem, Almont, and Surrey on the road at number 3 Cavalier. Not really any real major surprises today, but you had the 1 seed, the number 8 seed that lost to an unseeded team, but Grant County Flasher, I understand, playing pretty good football right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's always you never know with the playoffs going. It could be anybody's game in the playoffs, and you're going to have maybe some upsets here and there, and it's just it makes for exciting football on Saturday afternoons.
All right, we're going to take another break. You've been listening to the Premier Chiropractic halftime show. Hazen gets the ball to start the second half. We'll have that second half for you here on the PSP Network right after this timeout.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it wasn't clicking and not a zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Well, welcome back here to Herb Parker Stadium as we get set for the second half. Again, as we mentioned, Hazen will get the ball to start this second half. Just one other note I wanted to make on playoffs. The 11A and AA pairings have also been set. Don't have times on these. We do have dates. The AA, which Minot High plays in, will play Friday night. Magicians at West Fargo Cheyenne, Mandan at Fargo Shanley, Bismarck High at Bismarck Century, and Bismarck Legacy on the road at West Fargo. In the 11A playoffs next Saturday, Devils Lake will play at top seed Bismarck St. Mary's. Dickinson will travel to Fargo to take on South. Grand Forks Red River on the road at Jamestown, and Fargo North home against Dickinson. Remember, the semifinals for the AA will be on the 5th of November, and the semifinals in all the other divisions will be on next Saturday, or on the 6th of November. Then all 4 championship games will be played at the Fargo Dome in the Dakota Bowl that following Friday, the 12th. Here we go. It'll be Lorma Just who will kick it off here to start this second half. Again, Ryan with the wind in this second half. 43 degrees right now with east winds at 14, and that one's not going to go very far. It wasn't a very long kick, but actually it's 44, but it feels with the wind like 37. Hey, not bad for October, Saturday, October night in North Dakota. Some years I've remembered on this date we've had 4, 5, 6 inches of snow on the ground. No, I won't say that again. All right, here's Hazen coming out. First offensive possession of this second half. And again, as Corey mentioned, if they could just take care of the football, they got a chance in this one. Here's the pitch. This is Bruner. He gets outside. He's to the 45, 50, 45 of Ryan, and up to the 40. Boy, there was a huge hole right there.
Yeah, that was a good play. They did fake the dive there with the gun read formation, and Bruner went in motion, and they just kind of, they obviously were reading the play there, and the defender kind of crashed down, and there was nobody left on that right side, and when they went to pitch the ball to Bruner, it was wide open. Great job by the receiver there downfield, not getting too involved in the block, just getting in the way.
All right, we have wing back coming from left to right. That's right to left. That's Kelbear. They'll hand it off to the back. Is that Harm? Harm will get hard 2 yards. And again, nothing fancy about this Hazen offense. They just line it up, and they've got different guys they can feature. Along the front, Obenauer, Saylor, Schneider, Sago, and Sage. Wide receivers are Wick, Schwab, and Batke. Kelbear, the fullback. Bruner lines up in a lot of different spots, along with Cade Harm, and their quarterback is Aiden Jungers, a senior. High snap, they'll throw a bubble pass out here, and now Bruner won't get away from Hendrickson. Hendrickson had a beat on that one, Corey.
Yeah, he did a great job of breaking down and not over pursuing one side or the other, and Bruner tried to make him miss a little bit, and after he made the first move and Hendrickson didn't move, then he had to try to make a secondary one, and by that time Hendrickson already had his hands on him, plus there was some other guys from Ryan rallying to the football. So a great job by Hendrickson of keeping him in front of him and not biting on one of the fakes.
By the way, don't miss Overtime with Scott Woodmansey live from the stadium every Saturday morning on the PSP Network. News, interviews, everything from the sporting world. It's Overtime with Scott Woodmansey, Saturdays live on the PSP Network. That one went nowhere. That's Jungers, and the whole defensive front seven were there.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Ryan. There's everybody kind of playing their lanes and the gap responsibility, and there really was no place for Jungers to go. And not a good first series to have right out of halftime, but at least getting a good punt here and maybe pinning Ryan deep a little bit probably is going to be the goal.
4th and 15. It's a short kick. It's going to take a Ryan bounce, go out of the bounce about the 27. I talk about Scott Woodmansey Overtime with that, starting a week from next Wednesday. The Scotty K Show is coming back, and we'll be live each and every Wednesday night live from Spicy Pie. And we'll integrate high school with college and anything else. Maybe we'll even talk some racing with Mr. Beater. Well, and we'll also talk some hockey too, because Nick will want to be there to talk a little hockey. There's a run right up the middle by Dufresne. Gets about 10 yards. Lions up front. Fricky by Beto. McKay, Coy Okeson, and Johannes. Tight end is Will. Wentz is a wide receiver along with Hendrickson. Dufresne a running back. Lundeen is it been the quarterback. In fact, they've used 3 different guys at quarterback today. Dufresne, Hendrickson, and Lundeen. Hendrickson comes wide right. He'll have one-on-one here. And now they're going to go deep. Hendrickson trying. Oh, that's going to be way overthrown. That was overthrown by about 7 to 10 yards right there.
Yeah,
but it showed that Lundeen's got a pretty good arm.
Yeah, it was a design double move there, just trying to see if the defensive back would have bit on that first move, and once he didn't, he just kind of ended up running stride for stride with Hendrickson and Lundeen, probably knowing to live the fight for another play, and it was it was second and short, so why not take a shot down the field, and knowing that you only have a yard here to gain to get the first down.
Under center, Lundeen turns, hands it off. This is Dufresne. Dufresne with big room, all the way up across the 40 to the 45 at the pickup of about. Oh, we're going to give him 10 on the play. The Lions will move the ball. Clock is running with 8. Well, it's supposed to be running. With 8.5 minutes in the third quarter, Dufresne runs in to a bunch of number 34 and number 21, Harm and Kelbear. And it'll be second down. We'll call it no gain, 2nd and 10. Might have got a half a yard on it. Again, Beavers won here earlier this afternoon to earn their first win of the year, 17-14 over Upper Iowa, going long again, well over the head of Hendrickson. Pretty good coverage out there. Schwab was out there. Bruner also. So we may pick up 2 wins. Minot teams may pick up 2 wins, but not a lot of scoring here at Herb Parker today.
Yeah, no, but they'll take the 2. They'll take the 2 wins, and points being at a premium, especially tonight. Hazen's done a pretty good job here on this series. There's been twice now that Lundeen's tried to air it out to Hendrickson, and both times they've had guys that have defended it well, and it makes for a long third down play.
All right, 3rd and about 9, we'll call it. Here's Lundeen, almost drops the ball. Now he wants to go deep again. He's got Hendrickson. Good defense. Boy, number 57, that's a linebacker who got enough of the ball to knock it down. Cole Schneider. I thought Hendrickson was going to pull that one in. Corey, are they seeing something that they think they can exploit with 3 back-to-back vertical passes?
I think they were. Yeah, I think they were just trying to just air it out there and think that maybe one of them would have been completed there to Hendrickson. But yeah, that was a great job. And all 3 times I think Hazen's done a great job of realizing that that's the guy they were trying to get to, and they made sure they had defenders on him.
Hendrickson will kick it away. It'll be taken at the 22, drop there, then picked up by by Bruner. Bruner's got room out to the left. He gets to the sidelines, finally ridden out of bounds at about the 43-yard line, or 48-yard line. Bruner's had some nice runbacks in this tonight's ball game.
Yeah, that was a good that was a good punt return. Hendrickson, I think little too much of a line drive on that. Didn't really get a chance for his coverage team to get down there to cover the punt and a line drive like that, and Bruner was able to kind of catch it in stride and gain some yards here. So good field position here for Hazen for their second possession of the third quarter.
All right, here is a first down play from the 48. Ooh, we got offsides before the snap on Hazen. But they've just shooting themselves in the foot tonight.
Yeah, they've had a lot of physical mistakes with the turnovers, and then some mental mistakes with some penalties, when they're not really building a lot of momentum and allowing Ryan to kind of do what they want, it's been real difficult here for Hazen.
All right, here's Junger. He will hand off. No, he will keep it around the right side. He pick up a few, and then he'll run into number 23 for the Lions. That would be Caden Dufresne. By the way, defensively for the Lions, Jacob Fricky, Cade and Coy Okeson up front. Josh Will, Drew Zwak, Brett McKay, and Rylan Bibeto are the linebackers. Corners are Wentz and Dupine. And the strong safety, Zach Hendrickson. Free safety, Jace Schwann. Here is Jungers out of the shotgun. Second and about 9. He wants to throw. Now he gets flushed out right side. And, he had Harms had a handle on it. Boy, he's had a few. Oh, that was Bruner. He's had a few that have been dropped tonight.
Yeah, he's done a great job of avoiding pressure, getting himself out of the pocket and scrambling, and getting the ball to the spot where only his guys can catch it. And unfortunately for Hazen, they haven't been able to come down with many of those catches.
Bottom of the first, game 6 of the National League Championship Series. The Braves lead the Dodgers 1-0. Bottom of the first, that's a do or die for the Dodgers. All right, here's Jungers on a 3rd and 9. He's going deep, one-on-one coverage. Oh, again, off Wick's fingertips. That had 6 written all over, and Wick, I know, will come back and say, hey, that's all on me.
You know, they had the play drawn up perfect. They've run that bubble pass a couple different times, and the compliment to that is when you see those defenders start to fly up, you pump fake on that bubble and you send that guy streaking down the sideline. It's perfect time to play it, and unfortunately for Hazen, just couldn't come down with the catch.
Hendrickson will build it at the 25, the Bruner punt, and gets a couple yards back, and 6:36 to play on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Same score we've had since the middle of the first quarter, 7-0 Bishop Ryan. Magic City Inspections, a locally owned company, committed to providing exceptional inspection services to ensure you are ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online at mindedinspections.com. 1st and 10, Ryan from their own 26. This is Henry. Oh, that's Dupine. Direct snap, gets it up to about the 34. That's a gain of 8, make it 2nd and 2. Clock running with 6:20 to play. One of these teams will move on to the quarterfinals. The other will put the pads and the uniforms away for the 2021 football season. This time it's Hendrickson, I think, out there as quarterback. Yep, he'll take it off the left side. Good play. Nice play there. Number 34 for the Bison on defense, Jaden Kelbear. He met Hendrickson in the backfield and said, you're going nowhere.
Yeah,
so a loss of about, we'll call it a loss of, we'll call it no gain.
Yeah, Hazen's done a pretty good job every once in a while on that stretch play to kind of, keep everything kind of going toward the sideline, and as long as you can do that as a defense, and you play the backside, so you eliminate that cutback lane, then there's really no place for Hendrickson to go there, and so great job there by Hazen.
Timeout, the Lions.
All right, the Lions called timeout. We'll call one too. 5:22 to play. 3rd quarter on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Bishop Ryan 7. Hazen nothing. Back on the PSP network right after this.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
All right, back here. We go to a 3rd down play, 3rd and 2. And let's see, we'll have a back there with Lundeen, 2 receivers each way, offsides Ryan. Boy, I've seen a lot of that call tonight. What's happening there, Corey?
Yeah, I don't know. They just, they just get, break the huddle and they just line up too far into the neutral zone there, and not really sure where we're supposed to be at. Yeah, I haven't really seen a whole. You don't see that very often, and now we've seen it twice now, and in the span of probably like 3 or 4 minutes, and so it's kind of frustrating as a coach because now you got, you went from 3rd and short to 3rd and long here, so you kind of have to change your playbook, play call maybe a little bit here and bring Lundin back in and maybe try to air this thing out here, try to get the first down.
3rd and we're going to say 7. 3rd and 7 here for Ryan from their own 30-yard line. Lundin will roll right, gets a block from Dauphiné, and now he'll throw it, and it's incomplete, intended for Josh Will. And now it looks like they're going to have to punt. We have a late flag thrown. I think this might be a late hit on Jet Bodine.
Yeah, I think he was probably about a step or two out of bounds after he threw the football and had some contact after that. So yeah, it looked like it was personal foul, roughing the passer there. Looks, Hazen's going to give Minot Ryan a first down here.
Again, we want to say thank you to Krause's Market in Hazen and Union State Bake of Hazen for helping us sponsor today's game. And not that I was eavesdropping, but apparently we've got a pronunciation correction for us.
Yeah, I have to credit some friends of mine that some college friends from Valley City State that live in Hazen. They sent me a Facebook message and just have us a little correction on a pronunciation of first name. So,
okay, Tate Sage. Thank you for that. All right, here's a first down and 10. Ryan at their 43-yard line. Lundin with all kinds of time gets it over the middle to Hendrickson, and that will be about a 12-yard gain. That's the other. Oh, we got another flag. This may be a hold on Ryan. It's in that area of where holding is called. Yeah, holding. That's going to negate that play. So, but what I was going to say is that the offensive line for Ryan doing a good job of getting Lundin enough time so that the wide receivers can run their routes.
Yeah, offensively, Ryan's done a really good job. They've kept Lundin out of the pocket. They've let him kind of get out and move that pocket around. And I've kind of watched every once in a while, and they do a great job of those offensive linemen when he rolls out to their side. They do a great job of sealing and walling that up, so he has time to set himself before throwing the football.
All right, it's first and about, first and a long ways to go for a first down. Ball is at the Ryan 29. They need to get to the 46, so that's 21. When I went to school, it's 25.
Well, you can tack on another 5 because it looks like they got another 5-yard penalty
Peyton
there for
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yes, excel in math. Math and spelling. Can't say I did much else, but... So now, they're at the 29. Actually, they're at the 24. They get called for another penalty there? Okay, so now it's 1st and 30. You don't have a 30-yard play in your book, but you got 3 downs to try to get it, but the first down play didn't go very far. Again, if Ryan wins, they'll host next week. We don't have the particulars on when that will be played. Minot State is expected to play Duluth here at Herb Parker Stadium with a 1 o'clock start next Saturday. I would suspect it'll either be Friday night or Saturday night. That they will play that game. Here's the halfback pass, and Henriksen will overthrow his intended receiver, Josh Will. Actually, it was Wentz. And just a little trickery there. But when you got a kid like Henriksen, you can do a lot of different things.
Yeah, they did a great job. They knew that getting the ball in his hands that's gonna force the defense to kind of recognize that, and they're gonna come up. And Wentz did a great job of making it look like he was blocking to head, for Hendrickson to go up the field and sell that block and then release after a 2 count or something up the sideline and was wide open. And I think Hendrickson, given the opportunity, and if he could get that pass back, I think they would have been able to complete that.
All right, here is Lundin. He's going to try to run away from trouble. And it's going to be 3rd and a country mile here, or 4th and a country mile. So they'll have to be forced to punt it away with 4:08 clock running here in the 3rd quarter. Ryan leads it 7-0. All right, there's the snap. Here's the kick. Not a bad kick by Hendrickson. Bruner will take it at his own 35, avoids 1 tackle, but won't avoid number 2 tackle. Figure out who that is, catch his number. That's, is that 10? Yeah, it's 10 for Ryan. And that would be, no, it can't be 10. Maybe it was Josh Will. Anyway, it was a good tackle. Hoping I could find the 6-man. They had the championship game today. I don't know if you saw a final. 6-man football, again, now sanctioned by the North Dakota High School Activities Association. And here is Jungers, and Jungers won't get out of the reach of Jacob Ricky. 50-14. 50-14, North Border defeats Center Stanton. They score a lot of points in that league. But then you only got 6 guys on a regulation football field. All right. So a loss back here for Hazen. They'll be faced with a 2nd and long. Jungers will hand it off. This is Bruner's got some room across the 35 up to the original line of scrimmage, and then forces his way for another 1 or 2 and make it a more manageable 3rd down here. It'll be 3rd and about 8, we'll call it. Again, the PSP Network powered by Subway, Beaupre Law Firm, Cadova, Minot's Finest Collision Centers. Also, thank you to Cross Market of Hazen and Union State Bank, a bank of Hazen. There's the handoff. No, Jungers will keep it. Runs into Fricky again. And then a bunch of Ryan teammates come and help. And now we have a late flag. I'll let you when we get a chance here. Yeah, they called that on Ryan. A face mask penalty.
That gives Hazen a 1st down there at midfield, and
just a little extracurricular.
Yeah, a little something extra there, and just to recap from my friends from my friends from Valley City State. Make sure we get the names right. It's Tate Sage is the offensive lineman there for Hazen. So our apologies. We'll make sure we get that right again. Oh man.
Tate now a fumble. Jungers fumbles the snap, and I'll tell you what, the last drive, possession for Hazen, Mr. Jungers is going to see Jacob Fricky in his dreams, or in this case, maybe nightmares.
Yeah,
number 7, he's been there for about 3 straight plays.
Yeah, in this kind of situation, I think Ryan is sensing the 3rd quarter's winding down, and they've been able to have they've had all the momentum, especially in this 3rd quarter, and they're just kind of pinning their ears back here on the defense, and they're just sending them. And Hazen's got to do a pretty good job here, trying to get something here on this last minute to give themselves a chance.
2:2 and 24, under a minute to play, 3rd quarter. It's still 7-0 Jungers. I'll tell you, Ryan Ryan defensively right now is all over the Bison.
Yeah, they're being aggressive, which is good, but they're also being very disciplined, which is, you don't really expect to see that too much. Having a team that's both aggressive and disciplined enough to stay in their responsibilities, and Hazen is still trying to. They're still trying to do everything that they've done for the most part for the entire game, and they're not having the success that they've had probably in the first half here in this third quarter. So they're just probably wanting to get this third quarter over with, regroup, and be ready to go for the fourth.
Bruner in motion. Here's Jungers down to 13 seconds. He wants to throw. Has nobody to throw to. Now he'll just run the football. Gets good coverage, but he's going to be short of the first down. And that will run the third quarter down to 0-0-0. We've played 3 first-round quarterfinal football here from Herb Parker Stadium. The score after 3 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard: Bishop Ryan 7, Bison nothing. We're back right after this on the PSP Network.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. And Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
Well, we go to the fourth quarter. It's been a battle. 7-0. Bishop Ryan leads Hazen. And it'll be a fourth down call coming here. Actually, he got about 23 of the 21 of the 24 he needed. And they're going for it on fourth down. Wide open Kelbear at the 30, but Jungers just overthrows him. Oh, that would have been 6 right there, Corey.
Yeah, that was, you can chalk that up to one of the miscues that Hazen's had throughout the game. They came out in a bunch formation, tight formation, and Ryan was there, and then, they shifted out and spread people out, and they had Kildare going right down the seam, wide open, and, 9 times out of 10, Junker hits him in stride, and he's going into the end zone, and he just got a little too excited and overshot it just a little too much.
This is a huge drive for both teams. The Ryan offense, the Hazen defense, as we get into this fourth quarter. Lundeen will keep it off the right side, and he'll pick up about 7 on the play into Hazen territory. Thought I saw a flag down there, but it was just one of those pink cancer towels.
Yeah, I think you're going to look at Ryan here in this series now.
They're going to try to keep it on the ground as much as possible.
They're going to keep it on the ground. They're going to grind it out. They're going to use all 40 seconds of the play clock, and they're going to snap this thing. They're going to make the snap with 1 or 2 seconds left on the play clock, and they're just going to try to grind this thing out from here on out.
2 left, 1 right. Again, Lundeen straight ahead, runs into the interior line. Get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. Boy, what a matchup that would be next weekend if Ryan holds on to win. And the Aggies and the Lions, who have done battle, one of the fiercest rivalries in this part of the state, go at it to get to the Final Four of 11B football. That could be kind of fun next Saturday if this one holds up. Here's Lundeen again. 3 straight runs by Lundeen. He breaks a tackle, gets the first down, and then is bowled down there by Tyson Wick.
Yeah,
and again, they are what they want to do is just grind this out, put 7 more on the board, and then make Hazen probably have to turn to a one-dimensional type team throwing the ball to have a chance to win this. Here's Lundeen. 4th straight call. Now they'll call procedure on Ryan. Boy, I tell you, as a coach, this has to infuriate you or just frustrate you on both sides this late in the season. And those are all just mental mistakes. Kids not thinking.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at, the fall starts, you just, the big thing is just, get your guys set, wait for the, wait, you guys know as an offense, you know what the play is, you know what the snap count is. Get up to the line, get yourself set. Yeah, you want to be up tempo and you want to get yourself going, but you still have to make sure you stay set before you can snap the football.
Oh, bad snap, but Lundeen will pick it up. He's going to get some room. Does he get a block? Yeah, he did from Hendrickson. He'll pick up a few yards here. Gets about 3 that they lost back on the penalty and make it 3rd down. So he's called his number every play of this drive Jet Lundeen has. Now it looks like he might be coming off, or is he just? He must be just coming over to get a play from Coach Coleman.
Yeah, Ryan. He comes over to the sideline quite a bit and gets a play by Coach Coleman there, and then comes back over, and then they're pretty good about using all 40 seconds of the play clock.
Okay, yeah, it's down to 5. We're down to 9:10 clock running here. Here's Lundeen again, calls his own number again. He'll pick up about 3, well short of the first down, and it's going to make it 4th and about 7. 4th and, we're going to call it 9. Okay, 3rd down. Okay, I thought it was switched to 4. Okay, so 3rd down. Oh, that's right, because they had the penalty. Okay. Would it keep me in line? 3rd and 9, the ball resting at this Hazen 37-yard line. But more importantly, the clock is counting down. We're already down to 8.5. And there is no hurry. Lundeen will roll. Right, throws, got a wide open Hendrickson. 1st down and more. Almost broke that for 6. So Lions doing what they want to do. They're grinding up yardage, and they're grinding up clock. 8:26 to play on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. 7-0 Ryan. They scored at the 5:11 mark of the first quarter, and since then, it's just been back and forth. Turnovers have hurt Hazen. Wentz will go wide left. Wide right, Hendrickson. This is Oakenson. Straight ahead, big hole up across the 15 to the 13. And by the time they snap this next one, they very well could be under 8 minutes to play in this one, and this would be a signature touchdown right then to put them up 2 scores.
Yeah, I think, for Hazen's sake, defensively, you got to make sure you got to keep them out of the end zone. If you can, if they kick a field goal, so be it. That's 10. That's, you can think you're still maybe a little bit manageable. But, Hazen's got to kind of shore up the defense here a little bit. Looks like they're coming out for a measurement just to make sure that
wondering why the clock
got a first down. But yeah, Hazen's got to have to kind of look at each other here and say, hey, we gotta shore up this defense a little bit. See if they can't get a strip here to cause a fumble. Lundeen's done a great job when he's been running. He gets what he needs, and he's getting down. He's getting both hands on the football and securing the ball here. But, Hazen's got to do a little better job here now and kind of keep them out of the end zone.
All right, Dufresne is the lone setback under center. Lundeen turns, hands it off to Dufresne. He'll pick up a hard 2-3 yards. But again, the clock goes under 8 minutes to play. And if they score here a touchdown, it will put a lot of heat on the Bison to score twice. Again, Hazen 5-4 on the year. They did beat the only team that beat Bishop Ryan during the campaign, Trinity, 40-13. But Ryan's loss was in the very first game of the year, 18-12. Since then, they've won 8 straight. One receiver each way. Again, Dufresne under or in the backfield. Pitch to him. He'll cut it back up. He's to the 10 to the 9. And again, by the time this 3rd down play is run, we'll be under 7 minutes. So great clock management by Bishop Ryan right here.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of running the ball, burning the clock, letting that play clock run all the way down. And then the big thing is they're staying in bounds. They're not trying to do anything too much. They're just getting what they can, and they're getting down and doing a great job of killing the clock and killing momentum here for Hazen.
All right, here is Lundin on 3rd and about 7. He will throw. Good block there. Now coverage gets it off to Henriksen. Guess what? Over the middle again. And I think it's enough for a first down. Boy, he just has a knack of getting open.
Yeah, he does a great job of just kind of getting himself available and locking his eyes on Lundin so he knows where he's at. And he's Mr. Reliable, and Lundin knows where he's going to be. And even though defenses know that's the guy, and he still finds a way to get open, that's a great credit for the both of them.
That's a great security blanket to have. Dupinay the back again under center. It's Lundin. He'll hand off. Dupinay. Does he get in for the touchdown? No signal yet. And they say no. I don't think so. But it'll be 2nd and goal. And for Ryan, they're not all that concerned because the clock's going to be well under 6 minutes to play by the time they snap this ball. So, boy, I've been impressed with the way they manage this clock. And it's easier when you can run the football as well.
Yeah, give credit to those the guys up front there for Minot Ryan. They've been able to control the line of scrimmage. They've been able to run the football, and with a few mishaps here for rides, but otherwise they've been able to get themselves some positive yards.
Yeah, and Lundin tries to take it on the quarterback sneak, and they give it to him. So Lundin will score his 2nd touchdown of the ball game here in the 4th quarter, again from 1 yard out. And it almost comes at the same exact spot where the first touchdown was scored in the 1st quarter as far as time. Lorma just out to try the extra point out of the hold of Lundin. Long snapper is Tegan Coonrod. Here's the so we're waiting for the snap. There's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. The kick is good. 5:32 to play in the ball game. Bishop Ryan adds to their lead on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Lions 14, Bison nothing. The kickoff right after this on the PSP network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust.
Like our convenient online banking.
Along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Well, Ryan has extended their lead to 14-0, which now forces the Hazen Bison to score twice and then have to kick extra points. I don't know if they're a team that kicks extra points. A lot of these teams in 11B and 9-man just go for 2 points. So we'll see what happens there. But Ryan came up big on that drive. Just a squib kick, very short kick, and it's downed by a Bison at their own 39-yard line. Again, thank you to Kraus Market of Hazen and also Union State Bank of Hazen for helping sponsor tonight's game. Remember, we have the Sports Clips MVP player of the game coming up. Also, the Shots Crossroads post-game show. All on the way here on the PSP network. It's been fun. It's been a fun one to call. Here's Jungers. Snap. And he's probably forced to throw just about every down now. And now he gets flushed out. trying to find a receiver. It's going to be incomplete in front of Wick. He was running for his life right there.
Yeah, they, Ryan up front, they got some penetration, and then they kind of did a little smart thing, and they knew he kind of likes to scramble, and given the opportunity, he'll run away from you. And they did a great job of just kind of stopping and just kind of mirroring his motions, and he wasn't really able to break free, and then he kind of ended up scrambling on the run and kind of short hopping his receiver on that play. So good first down play defensively by Ryan there.
Trips to the right, now in motion comes Bruner. He'll get the football around the left side and pick up a few yards. But the problem here is that by the time they get it snapped here on third down, they are going to be under 5 minutes to play. That's how far Ryan is away from getting another date. And I called them fierce rivals a little bit ago, and I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean, there's a lot of respect between these two programs, and for that matter, between these two schools.
Yeah. It'll be a good football game for next week, just like it always has. It seems like those two teams get together. They bring out the best of each other, and it's going to be a good dogfight of a game.
Again, another mental mistake by Hazen. Cost them 5. Now it'll be third and 10, about 13. And they are in 4-down territory because they just can't ill afford to give the ball back over to Ryan. He'll gain what they lost back and make it 4th and 8. And no doubt Brett Johnsrud will go for it. The clock is the biggest enemy of the Hazen Bison right now. And there doesn't seem to be a lot of sense of urgency on the Hazen side.
No, I'm kind of surprised that he wouldn't with a fourth down play here, to maybe burn a timeout, but maybe he's thinking if he doesn't get it, he can, obviously you'll have to use the timeouts on the defensive side, but yeah, I think they must feel pretty confident being able to pick this thing up.
All right, across the middle, it's incomplete. They'll turn it over on downs. And Ryan is probably, let's see. It'll be interesting to see if Brent Johnsrud does use his timeouts now, down 14-0 with just 3:50 to play. I know he's not going to let his kids, these kids aren't going to quit until the final buzzer, but boy, it looks really, really bleak for the Hazen Bison right now.
Yeah, I think on the flip side with Ryan, I think you're just looking at turning the ball off and hand it off, or have Lundin run the ball and stay in bounds and milk this clock for the rest of the game.
Well, here's Oakenson. He'll get it up across the 30, a big gain there, about of 11 yards. And I think he did. Yeah, he did just call. Well, did he call a timeout there? No, he didn't. Oh, they stopped the clock to move the chains.
Yep.
Now they start the clock. But I tell you what, give all the credit here to the Hazen Bison. They did not run away even after having those 3 turnovers in the first half, and 2 of them coming in the red zone. They battled all the way here tonight. Lundin, boy, I tell you what, he's got a lot of poise for a freshman out there, taking this clock down to almost zeros. Here's Dufresne with another big run. That'll stop the clock to move the chains. And it does not look like Brett Johnsrud is going to use his timeouts.
No, I think he just used one right here.
Oh, did he? Okay. Yeah, we do get a timeout on the field. 3:06 to play. Lions on their way to the quarterfinals of the Class 11B football playoffs. 3:06 to play. First International Bank and Trust scoreboard, 14-0 Ryan. Back here on the PSP Network right after this.
The 30-inch galactic pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag at Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International.
Well, here's Ryan on the after the timeout. They're going to Dupine is going to get it all the way back into almost pay dirt. He's going to be short by about a yard. And Corey, this will put, if they score here, this will put this one away for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think they had any, maybe any intentions of probably punching that one in. I think it was just just hard run, and Hazen didn't really come up and tackle all too well there. But with the ball on the one, you never know what's going to happen if they're going to try to punch this one in. They're kind of lined up. They got Will in the backfield. Looks like they're going to try and punch this thing in.
And they'll give it to Lundeen. Does he get number 3 of the day? Yeah, he does. And, another observation I was going to make, Corey, is that they have just worn this Hazen defense down.
Yeah.
I mean, they just, especially in this fourth quarter, it just looks like they took over the line of scrimmages on both ends. And, that's the problem sometimes that you run into when you have so many kids that play both ways.
Yeah, Ryan did a great job of just establishing the line of scrimmage. Probably, even you could even go back all the way to the beginning of the game. I think they did a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage, and looks like
what happened there?
Looks like we had a little double doink there for the conversion of the extra
we've
point.
We've seen a lot of that in pro football this year, but it is good by Lormajust.
Yeah, hit the crossbar, hit the sidebar, and then bounced over again. So we, everything is going Ryan's way tonight for sure. That's that can be said, and if that's an exclamation point on the way the game goes. So. But to get back, Ryan did a great job of establishing the line of scrimmage, and offensively, when you can run the football and gain 5, 6, 7 yards of crack like they have been, it does wear down on a defense, and guys get frustrated, and they've those guys up front have been banging on each other all game, and it's just kind of gets frustrating as a player. But kudos to Ryan. They stuck to their game plan, and they threw everybody. Lundeen, Hendrickson, Dufresne was back there in the backfield. I mean, they were throwing anybody back there, and they were still gaining yards. And so, great job by Ryan. Congratulations on a good game. They got 2.5 minutes here. Obviously, Hazen's they've got to be quick, and they've got to be ready to go here and getting this ball and try to have some kind of positivity here to end the football game.
All right, here's the kickoff. It's another just a short kick. It'll be downed. So Velva on the way to the quarterfinals, and they will play host to their Region 3 rival, the Velva Garrison Aggies, a team they beat right here at Herb Parker Stadium earlier this year, 20-12. Boy, I'll tell you what, it could be an electric atmosphere here either Friday night or Saturday night here at Herb Parker Stadium.
Like I said, that's going to be a good ball game. These two programs bring the best out of each other, and Velva's rolling high after their big win today, and Ryan's pretty good. Feeling pretty good about tonight's win too. So it has the makeups to having a good football game in the playoffs. It means that much more to gain a victory over a rival like that.
Yep, and for the Bison, a good year, 5-4. But again, both these teams with a lot of young kids. I mean, Jet Lundeen's going to be back for 3 more years, and he's going to just get better.
Yeah.
And he's going to get bigger, too. Here's Jungers, incomplete pass on first down. He'll throw again here. And this one will be caught by Batke. Batke wanting to get out of bounds, but doesn't. Clock will stop to move the chains. And I think what Hazen is looking to do here, right here, is to get on the board. Get off that goose egg.
Looks like we got a penalty here on the that's going to negate that big play. I think that was a penalty on Hazen, if I understand right. We got a player down.
Is that a Ryan player down or a Hazen player?
I think that's a Hazen player.
So I didn't see the call, but probably a hold, maybe.
It is holding. Yep.
Okay.
It's a Ryan guy.
Oh, it is a Ryan.
Ryan in all purple with white numbers trimmed in gold.
Okay.
Coy Okeson is the injured Lion. Yeah, they're all purple. Purple helmets, purple tops, purple bottoms, white numbers trimmed in gold. Peyton, did I do all right with that description of what they're wearing? For the Hazen Bison, they're wearing white hats, white shirts, green pants, and green numbers. I usually do it at the beginning of the game. I forgot about that tonight. That's what we might have to do, Nick, for basketball, is get a sponsor that's going to be the sponsor of the logo. Uniforms. All right. Now it's second and a country mile. And we'll see what Brett Johnsrud wants to do. He's going to throw again, this time looking for Bruner, and it's incomplete. Down to 2-2. And now on these incompletions, it's just going to stop the clock. But if Ryan can stop him, let's see, I got to figure this out. That's 29 yards. It's 3rd and 29. And if Ryan can stop him here on 3rd and 4th down, basically all they have to do is go to victory formation. This one's in the books. Hard fought ball game. We hope you enjoyed both the audio and video of this here in the PSP Network. Stay tuned to social media sites over the next 48 to 72 hours for the lineup on the PSP Network, not just here out of Minot, but out of Bismarck as well. They had a wild one down there today in New Salem, pulling away in the second half to knock off Mott Regent New England. That was our game of the week on the PSP Network in Bismarck. So it's going to be a 4th down, and Corey, do you have a play in the playbook you can run here?
Well,
how about a hook and ladder?
Well, we did have, I have to give credit to Coach Darwin Rutledge and I when we were coaching 9-man football in Berthold for a year, and we had the hook and ladder play in there, and we were actually quite successful with it. And I think we scored a touchdown in every play or in every game except the game against Divide County. But yeah, there's not too many. You don't have too many plays in your playbook for 4th and 29. I think you're just going to try to. I wouldn't surprise if you see a quick pass or something out there, and then a series of maybe a lateral or two, or if you can get something like that. But just try to get as many yards as you can here, and see what happens. You never know what could happen here. You could have something crazy happen and gain the first down or even score on it. You never know. But Ryan, I think with this timeout, I think they're telling their defense, hey, stick your heels on the 48-yard line and don't let anything behind you. Keep everything in front and make sure you get the tackle and make sure he goes down and then you just get the ball back, and like you said, probably get into your victory formation and enjoy the win and be ready to go for next week.
Again, thank yous to Union State Bank of Hazen and Cross's Market of Hazen for helping sponsor this playoff game. Here's the 4th and a long ways to go. Jungers is going nowhere. Again, it's Fricky. He has been all over the place this second half. And that's going to do it. Ryan can very well just run the clock out here. They'll turn it over on downs. And I'll guarantee you Roger Coleman won't be doing anything to try to put any more points on the board. He'll take this 21-0 shutout win, take it back across not very far away from here, bask in this victory for maybe 2-3 hours, maybe till tomorrow morning, and then get ready for the Velva Garrison Aggies. There's the kneel down. But the thing about it is guess what? these two teams, Roger Coleman and Larry Sandy, know each other so well over the years. But you never know. Coach Sandy's pretty savvy. He may have some new tricks he's going to pull out. Next week.
Like you said, I mean they play each other once a year during the regular season, and they see each other on a few occasions during the postseason. There's not too many tricks left in the bag on both sides, but you never know. You take a look at that. They didn't play each other here not too long ago, so film is relatively new, and so you just kind of go back on that film and see what worked and what didn't, and be ready to go. And like you said, enjoy this one for a couple hours or at least until tomorrow, and then you're right back game planning and getting ready for the Velva Aggies.
All right, second down. He just knelt down, and he'll have to do it one more time. He can let this baby run down to almost 15 seconds before he has to snap. And so the Velva Garrison Aggies will travel to the Magic City next week. We still don't know which game that will be or what night it will be. But the Beavers play here in the afternoon, so I'm saying it's going to be Friday or Saturday night. We'll pass on those details to you once we get them, but this one's in the books. Bishop Ryan off to the quarterfinals of the 11B playoffs with a hard-fought 21-0 win over Hazen here on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Your Shots Crossroads.
At Shots Crossroads, we make a...
We'll also name our Sports Clips MVP of the game.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Well, welcome back here to the Shots Crossroads post-game show. Your post-game headquarters get filled up on the delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are welcome. Well, scoring in this game was at a premium. In fact, we only had one touchdown scored in the first 3 quarters, actually almost 3.5 quarters. But Ryan tacking on 2 more in the fourth quarter. And in total, I guess we could just say Jet Lundeen had 3 one-yard runs, keepers, and Kristen Lormajust 3 extra points. That was all the scoring. First score came at the 5:11 mark of the first quarter, and the last 2 came at the 5:32 mark of the fourth quarter, and then the 2:29 mark of the fourth quarter. Corey McIver, again, we talked about it. It looked like Ryan just wore down Hazen up front, and what a drive. That last drive they had where they tacked on 7 more, and I don't know if Roger Coleman was really caring about putting more points on, but they just did such a great job of managing the clock.
Yeah, they did a great job of clock management and controlling the line of scrimmage, and they did that for the most part for the entire game, and especially down in the second half, and as you could tell as toward the third quarter was coming to an end that that Ryan had found a groove offensively, and they were the guys up front were blocking, and getting the guys from Hazen on their heels and pushing them back, and Lundeen and Hendrickson and Obadiah, they were able to run the ball relatively easy, and that frees up the ability for Lundeen to roll out and complete those passes. And the passes that they completed in the second half were basically just long handoffs to Hendrickson. I mean, they were probably 5 or 6 yard passes that Hendrickson was turning into first downs. They weren't, with the exception of those 3 plays where they tried to go deep on Hendrickson, those 3 plays in a row, a lot of it was just 5, 6, 7 yards and just kind of sit and find a soft spot in the zone. But when your run game is when you're running the ball like Ryan was, you can control the line of scrimmage, and that controls the clock. And they did a great job in the second half of doing both.
All right, and the big thing that Hazen's going to look back on is the 2 big turnovers in the red zone, the 3 overall turnovers in that second half, or in that first half. And they just shot themselves in the foot too many times, too often tonight. Not just on turnovers, but on penalties as well. But I tell you what, they can go out of here hanging their heads high. They gave a pretty good football team a battle here tonight. But Ryan prevails again on the scoreboard, 21-0. But again, they got to be proud of what they accomplished this year. And you know what? The cupboard ain't bare in the Bison land.
No, that's one thing. That's one thing you talked about during the telecast is both these ball clubs are young, and they're young in the right spots. And so Hazen is going to be around next year. That region down there is always full of good quality football teams, and for our region to match up with them in the first round of this playoffs and win 3 of the 4 games, and having the 4th game be a relatively close one. I mean, that says a lot for our region going forward, and this Ryan Ball Club, like you said, Jet Lundeen's going to be around for 3 more years, and that means 3 more years of headaches for coaches in our region, including ours down at South Prairie. So, we're gonna, that's one of those things. Our guys down at South Prairie are going to get better, and guys at Ryan are going to get better, and Velva and Des Lacs, and our region is going to be a competitive one going forward as well.
Yeah, and we're going to take a final break here on the Shots Crossroads post-game show. When we come back, our final thoughts, and also we'll name our sports clip MVP of the game. We're back to Herb Parker Stadium right after this.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it wasn't clicking and not a zzz?
I think your quash later valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Purchase 4 eligible Firestone tires and receive up to $120 in a prepaid Visa gift card. Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden french fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Welcome back here to Shots Crossroads post-game show to wrap it up here from Herb Parker Stadium. Big win for the Lions as they move into the quarterfinals. Right now, it's our pleasure to name our Sports Clips MVP of the game. Take it away, Corey.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Zach Hendrickson from Minot Ryan. Mr. Reliable, kind of does it all. He catches the ball, he runs the ball, he'll kick it, he'll even convert a 4th and 26 for a first down for their first touchdown drive of the game. He's one that, even though defense is key on him, he's one that he can take over a ball game, and as evidence tonight, he's just he's a guy that's reliable, and for a freshman quarterback like Lundeen to have a guy like that. That he knows is going to get himself open for big catches. He's just one of those guys that can do it all, and it's kind of a no-brainer that he'd be our player of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. He does it all for him. He can play quarterback, plays wide receiver. He can play running back. He can play kicker. A punter, he probably could kick if he had to too. Just a very versatile player. And is one of the main reasons why Ryan is headed to the quarterfinals. Not that Jacob Fricke was really good tonight defensively. Jet Lundeen with the 3 touchdowns. Dufresne had some nice runs. So they got contributions from a lot of different people. But again, Zach was very special tonight again, just like he has been all years. So congratulations to Zach Hendrickson, who is our Sports Clips MVP of the year, of the game. Anyway. Couple other things, Corey, I was going to mention before we went to break. Coming out of there, you talk about this region that Ryan is in. A lot of people, I think, might have been predicting once he got to the playoffs this year that we might get swept. On the Region 3 teams would all get swept in the first round because a lot of people were talking about the strength of that region down there. Not that our region wasn't good, but that the Beulahs and the Bowman counties and the Shiloh Christians and the Hazens were better than what we had up here this year. We proved that wrong today. 3 of the Region 3 teams move on to the quarterfinals. The only one winning was Bowman County, and that was a close 2014 win over Ned Rose. So congratulations to the Region 3 teams.
Yeah, I think that's a feather in the cap for the entire region. and like just to echo your comments, I mean, we talked about it at school ourselves. How that region, the region with Hazen and Beulah, how much stronger that was, on paper compared to our region. And the general consensus was, I think our region was going to struggle a little bit in the playoffs. And while winning 3 of the 4 games, I think is a testament to our region and the quality of athletes that we have. And like you said, a lot of these teams have young players on their ball club. We're going to see players on Velva. They've got a young player at their quarterback position that's just as good as Lundy. I mean, those guys are going to do battles for the next 3+ years, and so that forces. That forces the other teams in the region, like us at South Prairie and Stanley, and the other teams like West Hope, Newburgh. They've got some good crop of young players as well. So that forces our region that to strive to get better, to be one of the top teams in our region, to go into the playoffs. And I know that's kind of something that our coaching staff at South Prairie has echoed to our players as well. Is we have to find ways that we can be competitive with the top tier teams in our region. And I think we're kind of on the right path down there. And getting our first win in varsity program history, I think, is a good stepping stone for that. And then we just we take it from there and see what happens next August when we get back to practice again.
Well, yeah, Corey, and again, one last thing before we wrap it up here. You talk about building programs, and we talk about Larry Sandy being at Velva all those years, and the late Lynn Inget when he was at Stanley and had those powerhouses.
Yep.
But you know what? I don't care. You can put the best coaches out there, but you got to have the kids that are going to buy in to not just the season, but buy into the off season, because that's where it starts. You can't get by without working out in the off season like I did 40 years ago.
Yeah. I think that's one thing we try to echo to our kids after games. We would match up with teams that we thought we'd have some success with, but we found out early that sometimes that we're not as quick and we're not as strong as what we'd like to be, and in order to do that, you got to commit yourself into the weight room, and that's one thing that that we try to stress to the kids at South Prairie. And we've got some good athletes. We've got some good athletes in our programs, and we've got some good numbers coming up. And it's just it's a matter of the kids buying into what we're trying to teach them and what they're willing to do. But yeah, you can see the top teams are the ones that have the players and have the athletes that are invested in the program and committed to the success. And you saw the result of that tonight. Here at our game, you saw that as a result with the games that were played today. The teams that are winning are those perennial powerhouse programs that always seem to find a way to be on top here in the postseason.
There's no secrets, are there?
No, there isn't.
Corey, thanks a lot for helping out here tonight. It's been a while since we've sat Mike's side for a football game, but it was fun to work with you again, and hopefully we get to work again down the road.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. Anytime. I'm just a phone call away there.
All right. One other note that my executive producer and boss wanted me to pass on, and if I don't, he'll probably fire me after the show tonight. Nick Hallberg from PSP just wants to inform everybody that we will carry all 4 championship games from the Dakota Bowl on November 12th, both here in Minot and in Bismarck as well. Well, no. Okay, I understand what you're doing. Disregard what I just said. Anyway, we'll have all 4 championship games for the Dakota Bowl. And stay tuned to all your social medias, Twitter, Facebook. Once we decide what other stations are doing and who's going where, we'll come out with our schedule for next week. Again, Ryan and Velva will play. We do not know exactly what night or where, or I know where, but what night and when until they decide what to do. Minot State is at home for a 1 o'clock game, so I'm thinking it's going to be a Saturday night or possibly even a Friday night game. With the proximity of the 2 schools, they might end up playing it on Friday night instead of Saturday. But anyway, we'll pass that all on to you. It's been a fun night here at Herb Parker State. It's been a while since I've sat here and in this same office to do a football game at Herb Parker Stadium. It was kind of fun here tonight. So that does it for us here From Herb Parker Stadium tonight, the final score again on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Bishop Ryan moving on to the quarterfinals. They beat Hazen 21-0. For Brandon Beater, for Peyton Beater, for Nick Hallberg, and for Corey McIver, I'm Scott Cattell. Thank you for tuning in. We'll talk to you down the road on the PSP Network.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden french fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.